Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Proctor, and I teach Pre-Law 1, 2, and 3. Most of the time, Pre-Law 1 is for freshmen, so if you guys are in the 8th grade and you're looking to take Pre-Law, I think I'm really cool, so I think that you should take it. So I have this list of questions they want me to answer for you, and the very first one is, why do I love my industry? So to give you a little background, I was worked in the court system in various capacities for 18 years. Most of that was in Davidson County Juvenile Court. And what my favorite part about working in the industry was helping victims of crimes get the justice that they deserve, and also to get offenders back on track. I actually worked a lot one-on-one with offenders for many, many years. Kind of changed a little bit with jobs when I started working with victims, but as you can see, both sides, helping victims and helping the offenders get back on track. I love the law. I love reading about the law. I love reading about conflicts that involve the law. There's so many different kinds of issues and subjects that you can delve down deep into that have the law. In fact, most everything that you deal with on a daily basis has to do with the law. Well, right now, my pre-law 3 kids are about to start talking about marriages. Sorry, that was the bell. Marriages and divorces. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about contracts and just buying a car, buying a house, anything like that, driving down the road. All of that stuff has to do with the law. So I just find it very fascinating. The second question is, what is my students' experiences in your classroom, like the curriculum labs and things like that? So we do lots of debates and lots of discussions about issues in criminal justice and pre-law. We start off in pre-law 1 by learning about and debating constitutional issues. We do these in what we call mini moots. It's a little bit different this year. It was a little harder that we had to have the kids that were on Zoom in, but we had a lot of bumps, but we got over them. So we would do why does somebody have to have a search warrant to go into somebody's house? We'll debate, both sides of that issue. In pre-law 2, we learn how to craft what we call legal memos. I actually got a letter or an email from a girl that graduated last year saying that she was so glad that I taught her how to do legal memos, because now she's in college in pre-law and she uses them all the time. And she's she says she's very confident she's going to do really well in the class because she already knows how to do them. But we craft these legal memos and argue more controversial subjects like enemy combatants and their legal rights and things like that. In pre-law 3, we expand it a little bit more, and we do what we call spiderweb discussions, where we try to solve problems that happen in the justice system, like overcrowded prisons or mandatory minimum sentences, things like that, and we try to come up with solutions to those problems. Of course, it is pre-law, so we learn how court works. We find out who all those people are in the courtroom and what their jobs are and how they help people out. We learn about civil and criminal courts, and the laws that are associated with those, especially criminal law, because everybody's always interested in criminal law. We walk through a criminal case through arrest, all the way to booking, initial appearance, all the way up to the court, the actual trial. Right now, my pre-law 2 kids are learning about direct and cross-examination questions. They're learning about different types of defenses that people can use, objections. They actually just got finished writing a motion to suppress evidence. So they learn all sorts of things about the types of court orders and motions and things like that that they can file. I think my favorite part about this too is that kids always say, well, they didn't teach me that in high school. Well, if you're finished with my class, I will teach you all sorts of things about everyday issues too. So like simple contracts between you and your parents or a friend, how to buy a car, rent an apartment, what your rights are as a renter and a employee. We also do special issues in each of the classes. My pre-law 1 kids are about to go into terrorism and hate crimes, human trafficking, immigration. We talk a lot about mental health. We talk a lot about communication skills and how to talk to people, because I can guarantee you that if you work in the court system, at any point in your entire life that you are going to be screamed at by somebody, and you have to make sure that you know how to, calmly calm that person down and talk to that person respectfully, which is a skill. I can guarantee you that is a skill that is very useful and kind of hard to learn. All right. Next question is, why should a student choose to study in this field? So this is my favorite question on here. So I want you to think about this. Do you like to argue? Do your parents say that you should be a lawyer? Would you argue that the sky is purple just because you want to argue? Then you should take my class. Do you like social justice causes? Do you want to actually change the way things are done in the justice or anywhere else in politics, anything like that? Do you see those injustices and really want to do something besides just protest about them? If you really want to fix them, you should take my class. If you want to see some bad guys go to prison because they really deserve it, or do you want to make sure that the accused person has been properly represented in court and make sure that we don't have innocent people go to jail, then you should probably take my class. If you want to help victims of crime, because not everybody that takes this class has to be a lawyer. You can be a social worker, you can be a probation officer, you can be a victims advocate, any of those things that you can be. So it's not just for lawyers. So if you want to help victims gain a little bit of sense of calm or order or justice, this is how you do that. You take these classes, you do pre-law, you get into the justice system, you help people out. But most of all is the debate thing. If you like to debate, if you like to learn how to argue things, I try to show you that. In fact, my class, my kids we also have a team. So my moot court team, we have won regionals. We didn't go this year because we didn't have it this year, but we won the 4 years that we've been to the regional tournament for moot court. We won one state championship. We've also come in second one time. And I'm hoping that we continue that tradition because my kids are really get fired up about things. So I'm hoping that you will take my class especially if you like to see those changes in the justice system, or if you want to throw people, bad guys in jail, or if you want to make sure that, you can win arguments with your parents. I think my class would be a great class for you. Thanks. Bye.